Welcome to the NNN show. It is episode 100 and something I've forgotten. But the main part of this video is talking about the end of the Wii shop, which is a pretty sad time for some people. And it's not sad for me personally for the actual store itself because there was some good indie games. There was some good virtual console games by Nintendo and things like that. So the Wii shop ended on January the 31st. We actually did a video like a year and a half ago talking about that. And one of the issues with the closure is it raises the issues of piracy and preservation. So what does it mean by that? So because we've lost quite a few games that can not be bought anywhere else, some of them were WiiWare games, and some of them were just exclusively part of that. One of the issues with that point is you can't buy these games anywhere. You can't get them on the 3DS. It's not there. You can't get them on the Wii U. It's not there. You can't get them on the Switch. There's barely any ports or anything like that. And some games will never be ported again. And some will probably never be remastered or redone again. Maybe 20, 30 years time, a beloved Wii title might get there. But one of the issues is really you can't get these games back again. So because there's no preservation or anything like that, people will turn to piracy. And piracy is really the only way to preserve these games. Now, some people say, oh, well, the companies will preserve the games. They'll have them on a server somewhere. But they might not. And having it not available to people or even show off, like in a video game preservation museum, and that might be another NNN show for later on, suggests to me that these games are gone for good. They probably just delete the servers and everything just ends up gone. And I think that's a really sad thing. I think all the video game companies need to come together and think of a way to preserve these old games. Even if it was like a museum type thing or an archive type center, maybe one in UK, one in America, where you can go to these places and see the games and all that sort of stuff. I don't know how you would try to show off thousands and thousands of games, because that would be a very big job, and it would be a difficult thing to pull off. So that's something to put your thinking caps on and think about too. But there was a lot of good Wii games that disappeared. I wasn't personally very close to the Wii Shop channel. I was happy about getting virtual console games from Nintendo because that was the very first thing. And then the next generation was really the 3DS that got me into more indie games, and probably some from the Wii U and definitely from the Nintendo Switch generation. Even the DS, the DSi sort of store didn't have really a lot there. So this was really Nintendo's first step into it. And sadly, 13 years later, the store is now no more. The shop is gone. So it's a really sad thing. I think that there has to be something. It's either going to be piracy or preservation. And I think at the moment, piracy is probably going to win out. There's going to be websites and places where you can find these old Wii games and install them onto your Wii via hacking methods and things like that. As you can see, the Wii console there, and that would be the way to do it. I can't really see any way else out of the situation at the moment, because the video game companies and obviously Nintendo are not really providing that solution at the moment. So it is sad to see it go, but because I don't quite have all the answers to this one, I'd like to see your thoughts about what do we do about stores? Do we keep them open forever? Is that really feasible? would people still be downloading and buying games or using them on the Wii or the Wii U 30, 40 years afterwards? The same thing may happen to the PS3 store and the PS4 store one day and the Xbox 360 store one day. So I know that all the different companies are approaching things differently. Microsoft is doing backwards compatibility pretty well, and Sony is sort of, they might get there one day. And Nintendo's sort of like, well, just buy our classic minis, and we'll throw you some scraps of meat on the Nintendo online service that they have. So it's all sort of mixed up there. It's not really in sync. So we'll see what happens, hey. And also too, I hope you enjoyed that video that I put it up of the 10-hour loop of the Wii Shop channel. If there was the best thing about it, it might have not been the games. It might have actually been the music that was on the shop, because that was really like some of the best music out there. Very catchy. I would like it to make a little return to the Switch. Just don't announce anything. Just put the music up there for like a week or two and just surprise a few people. That would be a fun thing to do. So, that is it for me, and I shall see you later on.